Hey guys, it's Liberty on Tour here, and we're in Riverside, California at the Human Solution, which is a benefit for marijuana victims.
And we're hoping to talk to some folks, hopefully they'll share their stories about what they think about the drug prohibition and cannabis in general. And I've seen Radie's been super busy since we got here, so we thought it made sense to stop by and ask her what this is all about.
We are raising money for legal defense funds of marijuana patients and people wrongfully arrested for medical marijuana cases.
So ideally, what would you like to see? Like in the perfect world, would you, like government out of it completely and it's a personal choice, or?
It really should be up to everybody. Freedom isn't freedom if it's listed for you. If you can do only something sometimes, but you can't do it all the time, then it's not really a freedom, it's just something on a list that you can maybe do.
That's great.
My name is Ronnie Knowles. I was a owner-operator of Healing Nations Collective in Corona, California. I was raided in 2007. I was a legal nonprofit collective and did everything by the books. My kids were taken in that raid. There was numerous assets that were taken as well that weren't even connected to Healing Nations, and we're here right now because I pled guilty to filing a false tax return, and they dismissed the other charges because there was a review done by the Justice Department. We're here to raise money for the restitution that I have to pay back to the IRS, so that way I fulfill my obligation on the plea agreement, and it keeps me from violating that plea agreement and going to prison, ultimately. I owe my freedom to Joe.
Rosy picture, but I was fighting for my own freedom at the time. So, I had gotten raided too, and it was a little different situation, but not really. And it wasn't federal, it was state, but my house got raided, I got thrown in jail. I live out in the country because I want to be free to do what I want. And all of a sudden they throw me in a little concrete box and they put handcuffs on me and they say, "You're gonna do what I say and nothing else." I go, "Holy crap, that ain't freedom." I decided to do this Freedom Fighters fundraiser. We'd never done anything like this. We didn't barely even know each other, but we sat down at Ronnie's house one day and says, let's put together a concert in the garden, and we'll sell tickets, we'll get t-shirts made, and we'll raise money, and the money of this will go towards towards our cases. And we says, well, what a great idea. Well, we discovered quickly that we're pretty good at throwing an event. We had a lot of bands volunteer and ultimately came up with the name The Human Solution. That is the-human-solution.org. So we ended up ultimately taking the money we raised from that event, and we decided to form a nonprofit organization. Decided was we were going to be there as a court support team, and if we needed somebody at a hearing or a trial, boom, blow the conch shell, everybody comes. Well, what we're doing now out of this need is we're actually going to be creating a patient relief fund. So Ronnie's going to be our first recipient of this, but we're actually going to create up a fund like a Red Cross relief fund or whatnot, and that's going to be Ken and Jody. Actually, you should talk to them as well. I don't know if you have already. Yep. Oh, good. You heard their story, and we're trying to raise money for them as well. There's a lot of people that have similar stories, and
we make it reasonable. My people get $500.
My name's Ken Anderson.
My name is Jody Carlier.
And we're both patients and advocates of medical cannabis. What we're particularly fighting personally right now is the state of Arizona. Right now we're being charged with transportation of a narcotic hash and hash oil, which is 12 years in prison. And we were told by the attorneys flat out, if you take this to trial, you're going to prison.
I did nothing to deserve having to take a plea.
My name is David Herrick, H-E-R-R-I-C-K. I'm a medically retired deputy sheriff from San Bernardino County, California. Due to that, got involved in the medicinal end of cannabis through one of the physicians that I had. I got arrested for possessing 2/8 of an ounce of cannabis packaged separately for sale. This is not the country that I was born in. It was not the country I was raised in. It is not the country that I sat down with my grandfather and my great-grandfather on the porch and watched neighbors drive by. It's not the same country that I fought for. It is not the same country that I went into prison about. They would have never sent me to prison for this. Never. But I was the first in all of Southern California to go down behind aiding and abetting, and I'm not going to be the last. And that's the unfortunate aspect of this. Because even as we're talking today, people are still facing criminal charges.
I don't even trust the government to operate a whorehouse, gentlemen. They got one from income tax evasion, the Mustang Ranch, and they could not even sell women. Now, if the government is incapable of running a whorehouse, I don't want them anywhere near cannabis.